Well, getting ready for the weekend. I'll give everybody a few minutes to come in. Checking things out. Ooh, let's check one of these mulberries out. Ooh, yeah, they do thing. It's good though. I'll give everybody a chance to come on in. These are really good. This is my first time dealing with mulberries. I've always dealt with blackberries, but not mulberries, and these are very good. I'll have to take some into Chris in just a second, but when they say they stain your hands and stain a lot, they do. So, really quickly, y'all, so first, let me just tell you this. Every day I've started giving myself about 3 to 5 different tasks. And I do this because sometimes I can write down 10 or 15 things and I might only get 2 to 3 done. So I just said to myself, go ahead, give yourself about 3 to 5 tasks. So I am at a stopping point for today. And I got some great things done that I am going to share with y'all in a video. So I'll do a complete video, but I just wanted to do like a quick walkthrough really quick today. If you're coming in, please make sure you like and share so that YouTube can know that we're live and we'll get in the algorithm and everything like that. But I wanted to start off with the mulberry tree. So I did a video to all of the plants that were fruiting, and this mulberry tree was one. I just took a taste of it. It's really good, but like they say, it does stain. Like it stained my fingers. And so they're starting to turn colors. And what I really wanted to do was eventually make like a mulberry jam. These are not the larger mulberries like I have known. And I'm not sure if you have to prune them or whatnot, but they are starting to turn and they are looking absolutely great. So, oh, and some are actually starting to fall to the ground. So I may come out in the morning and pick some. I wanted to make a jam with it, but like this tree right here is just absolutely loaded with mulberries. But I'm starting to see some of the ones that are turning up here, so I'll just keep an eye on it. But I do see lots. I'll put right here, I just stepped on some. I do see lots on the ground that has fallen. Oh, okay, so I'll come out here in the morning. But a quick walkthrough, y'all, of what we have growing and what is on my to-do list. So this is the mulberry patch. I've been working on I call it the berry patch. So I've been working on the berry patch by putting cardboard down. So these are our blueberries right here. I have 3 pink lemonade blueberries that are doing well, and we're supposed to be getting some rain because here's the thing, y'all. When I plant perennials or different fruit trees in the ground, I really like to monitor them and make sure that they're watered in good, but I haven't been doing it. But it is raining in the forecast, and I can tell that it's getting new growth. So these are the pink lemonade blueberries, and they get about 4 feet, no, 6 feet wide, and maybe 6 feet in height. And these are the regular blueberries that we bought as well, that actually had the blueberries already on them. And so what I'm doing is I'm coming in with the cardboard and I'm laying it down around the blueberry plants. And then since we have a lot of pine trees on the property, I'm just gathering up the pine straw. I'll show you how I did it in a minute. I'm gathering up the pine straw. And so we're going to lay this all the way down, but lots of great new growth, if you can tell. So this is where the plant started with the dark green. And then since I've planted it, we've been getting lots of new growth. But here's the thing. I really had to put gypsum, which is a soil conditioner to help break up clay soil, because we have a lot of clay soil here in the Atlanta area. It's not like Savannah, where Savannah had the sandy soil, lots of clay soil. So I've really been trying to work with this soil and loosen it up. But what I can tell you is that clay soil holds a lot of minerals. And so I can notice a difference when I do plant them in ground. So again, if you're just coming in, we're going to do a full video like a garden tour. But as I'm wrapping up for tonight, I just wanted to kind of give you a quick garden walkthrough. These are our tea plants that are over here. And if y'all remember the video where we bought our blackberries, so we got some from Tata Nursery, and then I saw one, I saw where we got at Sam's Club. Now, here's the difference. So these are the Tata Nursery. It's Navajo and it's Arapaho blackberries. And they're doing great. But this is on this was a 3-year-old plant right here. But the one that we got from, Sam's Club, one didn't make it. And this is the 1-year plant. So I really want y'all to see the difference. So we got a 1-year plant. And then we have a 3-year plant. And these get about 4 feet in height, about 3 feet in width. But the thing about these right here is they are bred to grow upright. So it says I won't need a trellis. But what I have been noticing, y'all, is I'm going to get free blackberry plants, because look at this blackberry over here. Now this one somehow popped up right here. And then you have ones that are popping up. So I did say I was going to dig this one up and separate it. And so that way we can have a free blackberry plant as soon as I figure out what variety this is. But this is a 3-year-old plant right here. And then this one over here is the 1-year. And then we also have the 2 more tea plants. So we have a total of 4 tea plants. I may get more and make it 6, just so we can over time harvest our own tea. So this is going to be the berry patch right here, and it starts off again with the mulberry tree over here, followed by the blueberries right here, got blackberries, and then eventually these are going to be this is going to be the strawberry patch. Now let me show you where I stopped at today. Is I actually potted up 2 of the pomegranate plants right here that we had in smaller containers. So I want to show you the container that it was in versus the container that we're doing. And I potted them up in these bigger pots because I'm not sure what I want to do with them yet. So when this happens, I just have kind of like a placeholder. So they were in these pots right here, which is kind of small, and I can tell that they were outgrowing them. And so what I did is I potted them up in these bigger containers here. And oftentimes when you pot them up in bigger containers, y'all, they still make fruit. As a matter of fact, last year we had 1 pomegranate that grew in this pot right here. So I'm super excited to see what these do. But I'm just going to leave these here for now until I can figure out if I want to plant them in a bigger pot or if I want to plant them in ground. So we'll see that. But before we go any further, I want to show y'all the first rose bloom that I planted. Now it's some roses that were already on the property, but we're making a rose garden, and I'm gonna walk over here because I told y'all I ordered a lot of rose plants. And so these are the rose plants. So until I can get everything dug up, because I've been digging everything with a shovel, y'all. No tiller. The small tiller that I got, it won't even do nothing with this clay soil. I had a small tiller that we used in Savannah, but Savannah had sandy soil, so it was really easy. Honey, I pulled out that tiller. It started making a whole bunch of noises because the soil is clay and it's hard. But this is the first one, the first bloom of the roses. And again, we're going to make a rose garden. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But this is the Moonlight in Paris rose, and it really has a soft, sweet scent to it, and it smells really good. So this is our first rose bloom of the season. But again, they had I think these are knockout roses that they had on the property that are blooming. I'll take y'all over there in a minute, but I was super excited. I've been watching these because I've been seeing them in this stage right here, and it's just absolutely amazing what plants do. You can walk out in the morning, they're still closed, and then like I think midday it opened up, especially like with the calendula. I know that I looked at that calendula and it was not open this morning. And then when I walked out around 1 or 2, it had opened up. And that was our first calendula. But this is the Moonlight in Paris rose. It does have a nice soft scent to it. I'll do a separate video because we do have a lot of roses that we have to plant in our rose garden. Most of these are David Austin roses. Only one, which I've contacted David Austin, only one did not leaf out and start growing, which is my favorite. Eustacia Vi, that's one of my favorites, but I ordered more than one. But out of all the roses that they sent, all of them, as y'all can see, have started leafing out, making blooms on the plant. So I'll be excited to share the different varieties that we have with y'all. But we're going to create a rose garden, and it'll probably be 2 or 3 rose gardens because I think I want to put some in the front as well. But we have to just, with me working full time, I do a little bit at a time. I've been trying to get a lot of our summer vegetables started from seed and just other things done in the garden. But it's a slow process, but I already know it's going to be beautiful. So again, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button because I want to take y'all all along. Now I'm going to come back to this part of the herb garden real quick, but I want to show you these roses that was already here, and they are really, really pretty. I have to do a little bit cleanup over here, but this is a rose plant that was here. Again, I really feel like these are the knockout roses. And the reason why I say that is because they do have a small scent. They got a little small scent there. It could be a little bit stronger, but it's like a soft scent. Y'all, look at this over here. I got to watch where I'm walking too. So I guess the old owners planted some roses right here. Now, me personally, I probably wouldn't have planted them here because it's not enough sunlight that's coming in. But they're still blooming. So roses are really tough. So do y'all see, like, you see the red, you see the pink. It's some pink and red right there. Really cool. This is where I come and get my pine straw too. And Chris is going to come. But evidently they just planted like some roses along here, which is why I always tell people you got to know, because most roses are full sun, but these are blooming still. Really interesting. Didn't know that. Glad I shared that with y'all, and glad I was on live. Glad I was on live. Okay, so let's walk back over here to the first L shape. This is going to be our herb garden over here eventually. And this pineapple sage is doing so good, and it smells so good. And remember, the pineapple sage, I always tell y'all, if you want to bring hummingbirds into your garden, plant you some pineapple sage. And you can use this in tea as well, but it smells really good. So it's growing great. Now some of these we started from starts. This one right here, I actually rooted over the winter, and then I got 3 more that I rooted over the winter that I'm going to have to find somewhere else to put. But I'll keep this trimmed up because it smells like pineapple. It really does. It smells good. So we got our nasturtium right here. And again, y'all, I'll do like a, a normal video. I just wanted to show y'all a quick recap, but I'll do a normal video, like a garden tour, and put that up. But I just want to show you what I've been working on today. This is the curry plant. The nasturtiums are doing really well right here. And then we have like strawberries. At first, I wanted this to be a total herb garden with nothing but herbs. But then I said, you know what? Mostly herbs are green. A lot of your herbs are green. So I started planting a lot of thyme. I think this is the French. Yep, this is the French thyme right here. So I started planting a lot of thyme. I started this cilantro from seed, and I was like, we got to have some color in here. So that's where I said, let's make it herbs. edible fruits and edible flowers so we can get some color. So we're going to get some color on the nasturtium because I think this is the black rose nasturtium. So it's going to be like a deep burgundy color. These strawberries I temporarily planted here, but I think I'm going to move them to the berry patch when it's all over. So we'll probably put something else right here. And then the calendula. I specifically planted the calendula so that we can make calendula salve right here. So that's coming in. But we have one that was fall planted and it's just really pretty. The bloom is. And so this is the zatar I was telling you about. This is the new herb that I'm trying. I am still working on this area right here. My heart tells me to put the lemon balm right here because it'll be partially shaded. But lemon balm is in the mint family. Normally I plant lemon balm in pots, so I don't know how much it's going to spread because I'll show you in just a minute. When you plant mint in the ground, it's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of time to get it up under control if you want to get rid of it. Even if you pull it by the roots, because they grow from rhizomes underneath the ground and they will continue to grow. But over here, these are real small. We started them from seed. This is my favorite herbs right now that I've been on a kick for about 2 years. This is the holy basil. So we got different holy basils. We got the Krishna, we got Rama, we got Kapoor, holy basil. So this whole area right here, I know it looks small and I need to cover this with my straw, but all of this is going to be holy basil. And then we got lavender. That's growing okay so far. I made sure I got the kind that was good for humidity because normally I have a hard time with lavender here, but they said this is heat tolerant and humidity tolerant. So we're going to see what happens with that. Over the last couple days too, I planted a fig in this the wine barrel part because let me tell you this right now. This fig, it is I think it's the Bordeaux fig, but it gets like 10 feet high and 10 feet tall. When you plant it in a pot, you can control it. I'm like, I don't, nah, we're not gonna do it that high and that tall. And then I also planted, this is another lavender. I think this is the Grosso lavender that was good for the southeast and places with humidity. Hello everyone that's coming in. I am in Georgia. I'm still in Georgia, but we recently moved from the Savannah area to the Atlanta area. This is a new place that I did today. Dahlias are going to be coming up right here. So we planted our dahlias. I planted a tomato, and y'all know how I love intermixing the garden. I like flowers, vegetables, herbs all together. So this is an indeterminate tomato. I think this is Better Boy. Surrounded by some basil right here and then marigold right here. So we just dug this. This had a lot of our fall planted spinach and broccoli rabe, in which we enjoyed. And so I also planted some peppers as well. And then I have some sweet peas. I don't know if they don't hurry up. If they don't hurry up, I'll show you the other sweet peas. They may get pulled. I'll give it a couple more weeks because I got things on my list that I need to do. But I really wanted to show y'all some of the things that we're probably going to get ready to pull in the next, I would say, week and a half. And then I'll show you the bed where I've been putting a few of the summer flowers. Now, it was 80, I think between 85 and 87 today. It was hot, y'all. But next week is going to cool back down. This is the time where you have to be careful. Although our last spring frost has passed, I'm putting summer vegetables out very, very slowly. That is what I was. How was the change from Savannah to Atlanta? It was a shocker. No, I'm just playing. The biggest thing for me is the soil. So Savannah has sandy soil and acidic soil. And this soil right here is Georgia red clay. Georgia red clay all the way. Like this shovel has been my best friend right here, because I really have to take this shovel and break it up. But the only thing that's been helping me, or the way I'm trying to work on my soil, is I put gypsum in the planting holes so that can break it up. It's a soil conditioner. It breaks up the soil, but you have to do, it's not a one and done. Like, I have to keep treating my soil. And so it definitely is a big change as far as the weather too. One of my friends had said they were like 87. They were going to be like 92 tomorrow. Now it was hot, but I have to, uh, it's changed a little bit as far as the highs and the lows and the later last spring frost dates. So I'm trying to get used to that. That's why I've been putting summer vegetables out very slowly, because like I said, next week I think it's going to go down to like 48, and then it'll start creeping back up. So I'm very careful with that. But right here we have arugula, which I actually got when I went to Virginia to visit my sister. So I got arugula, and then I also got this iceberg lettuce. I have not seen any iceberg lettuce here in Georgia, not the stores that I've went to, but when I went up there to visit her in Williamsburg, I saw the arugula because it's still cool up there a little bit. So I saw that and I brought it back. Now, it does, this is the thing that I always tell people. Sometimes when you how can I say it? Sometimes the heat will make it look like your plants need to be watered, but it doesn't. It's like their defense mechanism to try to preserve water. So I did say this is why I left these up, is because I really need to put a shade cloth, not necessarily on these. This is the Speedwell Salvia, not necessarily on this, but I need to put a shade cloth over the lettuce because it kind of droops during the heat of the day, and it looks so bad. It looks really bad. But about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, it bounces back right here. But I got this while I was up there. This is the iceberg lettuce, and I'm super excited to be able to harvest that once it gets ready. And then this was like a fall planted snapdragon right here that I intermixed, but I'm gonna have to pull it up because once these salvia take off, you won't be able to see the snapdragon. But this is one of those flowers where I had a few vegetables, and it was during the fall, and this was not, none of this leaf foliage was on here. It was just bare. So that's why I put that there. More arugula, some buncheon onions, and some more lettuce. And then this is the winter savory. Y'all put in the comments, winter savory that we started from seed. So it's starting to take off, but it really smells a lot like, it's like a cross between oregano and thyme. And then this is the thyme. I'm noticing it's starting to get the little beautiful purple flowers on here. Now, I like this for its beauty because I'll put it in the video that we make. Y'all, we're growing at least, I'm trying to count, just looking, at least about 10 types of thyme. And so I'm like, if it flowers, it's okay. But I may cut it back soon, but this is like the thyme, and it's really pretty right here. Let's move over really quickly. So we have our Italian oregano that's growing back again. And this was so small. I didn't even think that this was going to make it. It's about to be time out for the Johnny Jump Ups, and this was the Alfresco mix that we started from seed. So it was like a pelleted seed, and you got like so many different types of lettuces within the seed. A lot of it's arugula, a lot of it's going to seed. Some of it is like a butter crunch lettuce, and then look, y'all, more thyme. So that's why I'm saying I may let some of the thyme just go ahead and flower because it really does look pretty against this purple right here. So this is more of like a lavender color, and then you got this purple pansies right here. I have been deadheading these. I've been trying to stay on top of it, but they're about to be pulled. The only reason why I don't want to pull them now is because I've been starting a lot of zinnias and marigolds from seed, and I think this is what I want to put like on the ends in this area. And again, y'all, the reason why I like to plant vegetables, flowers, and herbs together is for the simple fact that when I'm growing a lot of my fruiting plants, like my bell peppers, my tomatoes, my eggplants, my cucumbers, the pollinators don't have far to go. And I've been seeing a lot of bees. I saw some yellow swallowtails. I see those, and like the hummingbirds. So I don't want the pollinators to be able to have to travel far. If they can travel within the same area or the same bed, then that's why I always like add them. I always tell people I don't do what's called like monocropping, which is just plant one thing. But I always tell people you do what you like to do. Also do what you like to look at, but I like color. I like a lot of color in the garden, as you can tell. So tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and feed my cabbages. These are a new cabbage that I tried. This is called 45-day cabbage. And cabbages are heavy feeders. So I am going to feed them. I have a total of 6. Now I was able to harvest some heirloom cabbage and cook that, and it was so good. It was really good. But I wanted to make sauerkraut. I really did. So we're going to feed those. I try to get on a schedule of like, I'm going to say every 10 days. I'm not even going to say once a week, y'all. I ain't going to lie. About every 10 days, because that's how long it's been, to try to feed the plants that are heavy feeders. So we got these, and then we have the cabbages like right over here. And then if you saw my shorts and also a post, I am going to start pulling this celery. I've been dehydrating some and I've been freezing some, but we had it growing in 3 places in the garden, and it is really like a superstar. It's a superstar here in this garden. Like, it's been doing so good, and it's very, very pungent. And finally, because this is where I'm going to end up growing a lot of, not a lot, but at least 2 plants on each side, are indeterminate tomatoes. And indeterminate basically means they will keep growing until like the first freezing frost or something that's going to, kill them. But a lot of your indeterminate tomatoes can grow 6 to 10 feet in height. So we're going to use this trellis to just kind of guide it up. I have for the last 3 or 4 years been trellising it to one main stem. Like, I don't let it get really leafy. I just kind of trellis it on that one stem and just let it grow up. But I'm happy to report, finally, we're getting some peas. And we actually direct sowed these. So we put these straight in the ground. And they take about 70 days. So I'm just hoping that they'll hurry up, give me some peas to put in my salad, and then we can keep moving along and put our tomatoes here eventually. But they're doing good, and I have to feed these as well. And again, this is the Italian oregano, and I really need to pull these. These are the Johnny Jump Ups, but they've been absolutely amazing. These are fall planted. They've been amazing. I have nothing but good reviews about these, but I know that I want to keep them here until I'll probably put marigold right here. I'll show you the how I set up the part phase 2 of the garden with the marigold and the basil, and we'll probably just duplicate it on this side, but we'll just have a different variety of tomatoes, because I started way too many tomatoes and then messed around and bought some as well. Go figure. And this is the other side. But look, y'all, for all of you who like flowers, so these were fall planted bulbs. They're Shabirti, like the Shabirti alliums. They actually look like fireworks to me. I love them. So we did plant alliums, I think the Globe Master, and we planted some other ones. But when these started just like coming alive, I was like, wow, this is pretty. But they're on the way out. We'll leave them in ground. And these snapdragons right here are just absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know the name of them. I remember going to like a local garden center. I didn't get these at the big box stores because I was looking for snapdragons, and they just happened to have some. And I don't know these might be the Sonnet, Sonnet, because a lot of people sent me messages and say, how do they stay upright? Because a lot of your snapdragons grow between 3 to 5 feet tall, and oftentimes you'll have to like net them or stake them so that they don't fall over. But now that I'm talking to y'all, I think these are the Sonnet. I got a Rocket mix, and then I think these are the Sonnet, but they're really pretty. And we planted those in the fall, and then more of these Shaberti alliums. These are supposed to come up. I'm not. These are a type of allium. I'm not sure what's going on with these, but we'll see. I've been moving lavender around in pots. I just been moving them around, and so that's that. And then here's like a whole like the mirror part of this, and then this is the phlox. This is by Proven Winners. We had these in Savannah, and I loved them. So when I saw them here last year, and they were on clearance, I could not let these pass by. But I only found 5, so we planted like 1, 2 right here, and then like 3, 4, and then I just planted another one, and then this is kind of like the same on this side with the peas. So this is what I can say about starting your own garden. The more you harvest, the more you continue to have. I call myself like really digging in, making salads, making pre-made salads, and it's like the more I make, the more comes. And I make like 3 or 4 salads at a time, but the more they just keep coming. That's one thing about gardening. The more you harvest, the more they keep coming. And that's why I love it. Like nature is amazing. Keep harvesting, it's gonna keep coming. And so we got more of the Johnny Jump Ups, and we just mirrored on this side the sweet peas again that are starting to take form. And I intentionally put it on this trellis so that they can trail up. And then we just have, I think this is the Rocket mix right here as a placeholder. These are shallots. If y'all have not watched the video of when I harvested this parsley, I harvested, it's in the basement, it's dried. I got to put them in the mason jars, and I'll be dog. It's back again. And the purpose of me doing a big harvest like that is because they were covering these. This is the, oh my gosh, which mix is this? I actually planted these from seed, but I got to think about the mix of them. Oh my goodness, it'll come to me. I think I put it in another video of what they were. I'll take this in because this just broke off. But we started these from seed, and I'll guarantee you I will be starting some more from seed. We actually got these from Johnny Seeds, but they're really pretty. Antique shades. I think it's antique shades. It is like the Johnny Jump Ups antique shades, but they're pretty. Now this is what I wanted to show y'all because slowly but surely I've been adding a couple pepper plants, but it is going to cool down. And that's why I say I'm not worried about the time going to flower, because this is even more time. We got time that's like lemon time, French time, English time, and another type of time. And then we're going to leave these here for a little bit. Our sage is coming back really nicely. And then this parsley is going to seed. So here's the thing, y'all. When you start seeing this stalk getting thick like this, because parsley is a biennial, which means like the first year it doesn't flower, and the second year it'll flower. And what I can tell you for here in Georgia with the yellow swallowtail butterflies, once it flowers, they absolutely love it. So I can tell when the stalk gets thick. See, like look at this stalk right here, and then look at this one. Look at these. I can tell it's starting to go to seed, but I may leave it here. We'll see. And these two I started from seed. This is the Italian parsley, and then I want to say this is the lemon thyme, but it's starting to get flowers, the purple flowers on it too. But I like this gold variation to it, and it smells really good. Now what I really wanted to show y'all was I'm going to have to I think I'm gonna move these strawberries somewhere else because they take up a lot of space. And remember, we got the berry patch, so I think I'm going to pull these up, start the berry patch, and these are going to be like the first strawberries because they are a lot. And some of these I started from their own runners right here, but these are, someone asked me the variety, Tristan, Tristan. They make they're smaller strawberries, and they make the light pink and the hot pink flowers, but I tried like 3 or 4 this morning and they're really sweet and they're good. But it's taken up a lot for this area right here. And so I think I'm going to move them. I'll put that on my to-do list, but maybe not for now. And I'm also probably going to move these walking onions. I got these from Baker Creek. And see, they trying to walk it out, y'all. But they don't have enough space to walk it out. Because with the walking onions, what happens is it makes like the bulbils on the top, if that's what you call it, and it gets heavy and they walk over. Here's a good example. So it gets heavy, it walks over, and it'll like set root in the ground or in this space and eventually make its like own plants. So the walking onions, but I feel like it doesn't have enough room for it. So we'll probably pull these up and actually put these like in the ground. I think I'm gonna put these in the ground. Some things I'm putting in the ground, like garlic and onion. We put some tomatoes in the ground, but I think I'm gonna make a space because strawberries and onions are great companion plants. And what I have noticed here in the Atlanta area, we got so many snails. When I tell you snails on top of snails, it's ridiculous. It's a lot of snails here. So that can help deter the pests. The onions is what I mean. The onion smell can help deter the pests. So what I may do is where my berry patch is, I may put these walking onions somewhere nearby so that they can walk and be able to make new onion plants like time and time again. And so we're also going to pull them. See, look how they're trying to walk over and it's just not enough space. But that we I just got to put that on my to-do list. I got a lot of stuff on my to-do list. I do have a new video coming out. I'll give y'all a sneak peek. So we pulled, this is where the kale, the celery, more celery, and some pansies were. Grow Oya. This is a great, so this part, the in-ground parts of the garden are not on irrigation. The raised beds, they are on irrigation, but the Grow Oya helps. And I've did a video and I'll make sure that I link our code in there because you can get a percentage off. So we're using the Grow Oya because, oh my gosh, I just filled this up the other day and it's like halfway down. So it's working, it's working, it's working. So we got some sunstripe squash that we put here, and I'll put it in the video. You probably can't see it. I don't know if these Asian garden celosia will make it, but then we have marigold right here. Really quickly before it gets dark, let's show you phase 2 of the garden. This is the new part. This is where we still have to put the lighting at. We have to put the wood that you just saw back there. We have to put that there. But this is like a late spring garden. This is where I really need to put shade cloth up because this area gets like morning sun, and it's a lot for this lettuce. It kind of just droops, but then like I say, about 3 or 4 it kind of comes back up. So this is more of the iceberg lettuce. This is the Salanova lettuce by Johnny Seeds, and then these snapdragons are just placeholders because I had extra. And so now, y'all, we've started planting our tomatoes over here. So this is a tomato right here. Another late spring is where I put more Salanova lettuce. But again, see, this is where I tell you the sun in the morning time is really taking a toll on it. And I know it is. And I did find my shade cloth, but I'm like, okay, you gotta take those ladder mesh that let me show you real quick. So what I have to do, and I do have to go get some more because I only have 2 left. So what I have to do is get these, and they come in like 10 feet. So I cut them down. So I'm gonna go, and I only have 2 left. So I'm gonna take these, but I need them for like 2 parts of the garden. And then I'm gonna put them over here. I'm not gonna put them over the tomatoes. I'm just gonna only put it over the lettuce, but I wanna prop it up. And then that way I have like shade cloth, because I'm telling you, I can tell it's hot. But next week it's supposed to cool down. And so, this will help. But I can tell, Lord, bless their heart. They trying real hard. This is Cap Masuna. We can use this, like I can leaf off of this and put it in a salad, or I can cook it as like I do collard greens or turnip greens or kale. It's really good. It's Cat Masuna. We got these from Baker Creek. These were some plants that I started from seed, and I thought they were stunted because I had them in the cell trays way too long. But I say, you know what? At the time, I didn't have my tomatoes ready to go out because it was cooler. So I said, you know what? Just put them right here, and they are starting to flourish. This is Purple Lady Bok Choy, and then I had a few more cilantro plants that I started from seed right here. So we got lots of lettuce to be able to harvest, which I told y'all I can eat a salad seriously every day, 2, 3 times a day. Before I show y'all the last bed, last 2 beds, I want to show you the progress of the peaches. And I've been thinning the peaches out because oftentimes when they grow a lot on the branch, you're going to weight it down and you're going to make it grow smaller. And the peaches are smaller. So we've got the peaches coming, and I need to thin these too. I just kind of try to see which one looks the best, but slowly but surely, like I'll come out here and I'll start thinning them out. But we got the peaches coming, which I'm excited about, y'all, because, you know, like I said, I thought this one needed a pollinator. But again, last year someone told me that they had freeze, which really harmed a lot of the fruit trees here in this area. So I'm excited to see if we're actually going to get some peaches. We're going to get some because I want to make some peach cobbler and some peach jam. Really, it'll be nice. So what I do from time to time is I'll just come. Y'all see how this is. I'll wait a little bit longer on this one, see which one's doing better, and just like thin it out because I don't want it weighing down too much. But eventually I am going to get someone to come out here and trim it down to a garden level because I can't reach all the way up here, and it's peaches all the way up there. And just like the mulberries, they just fall to the ground. So we'll work on that. That'll be on, got a lot of to-do lists. Okay, so let me show you really quickly these last 2 beds. So these are my summer slash late spring beds. I've started sunflowers from seed. So I'm going to replace these snapdragons. These are like placeholders. Do y'all, put it in the comments, do you top off your peppers? Because I do. And I topped off the banana peppers today. Let me show you. So I planted 2 in the garden, in ground, but I top off my peppers. And when I say top off, you see how I cut them like this. But here's the thing. Someone brought up a good point the other day when I went live. If you have a shorter growing season, I probably wouldn't do it. We have a longer growing season, and it does set the plant back just a little bit. So that's why I say if you have a shorter growing season, I probably wouldn't do it. But I top them off, and I've recorded it over the years where it makes the plant bushier, and I also get more peppers because they will, if I don't top them off, they're gonna grow straight up. I'll still get peppers. That's what I told somebody the other day. You're still gonna get peppers. I just noticed that I've gotten a little bit more when I top it off. So what I'm going to do for these, the reason why I was saying that is because, and I'll do it with my hand. I really need my scissors. But right around here is I take it and I just take this off. So I'm just topping it off. I'm removing that right here. So I do that to my peppers. This one right here. Yep. I top them off like that. And like I said, it may set them back a little bit, but by August, September, the plant will be bushy and it will start to go, it'll start to branch out and be nice. So I need to do 2 more. I got to put that in my head. I need to do 2 more. I like to plant on your style, and that is to, and so the pollinators don't have yes, the flowers, vegetables, herbs. Yes, ma'am, Miss Lynette. I do. That's how I plant. That's how I teach a lot of people to plant. But I always say it's really up to you and like what you want to look at. Like, what do you want to look at in your garden? I love to see color. Like, I love so much color. And so, and then the herbs, like I use a lot of fresh herbs in our cooking. So this one right here, We started these from seed. This was another pelleted seed. This is the basil. So you got purple leaf basil. Some of these have lettuce leaf and some of them don't, but it's like the Genovese, the purple basil. I'm trying to find one that may have the lettuce leaf basil because it looks a little bit different. I think it may be on the other one, but it smells good. And then these are the gem marigolds. So they're going to be kind of like a ball form right here. And then we have, this is called Proud Mary marigolds. So they're not going to get big, but they're going to get stocky. And so I just put them all in front like this, all in front. And I might as well just go ahead and top off this pepper too while we're at it, and go ahead and get this one too. And they were actually starting to make little buds, y'all, but we're gonna top it off. So like I said, if you have a long growing season, you can try it. A lot of people said they were scared, so this is what I'm gonna say about that. If you're scared and you're planting multiple pepper plants, like say for instance you have 6 pepper plants, because a lot of pepper plants might come in a 6-pack. Try topping off 2, let the other 4 do what they're going to do, and record it. If you get the same amount, then don't worry about doing it again. If you notice it's a difference when you top it off, then next season maybe try do 3 and then let the other 3 do. Just that's how I did for several years, because I was scared to do it. And then, like I said, it sets the pepper plants back, and I'm like, oh Lord, I done messed up. But it catches back up, and I had peppers all the way up until November. Lots of peppers. And once they start, they did not stop. These are some tomatoes. I think these are kind of like paste tomatoes that we had started from seed. And then this is the sun gold tomato that we started from seed again. And like I said, y'all, I'm not worried about the time flowering because we got, yet again, some more time. And then I got some plants that I started from seed that I just have to find out what I need to do. This is called Triple Threat Marigold right here. And then we just kind of topped it off with some basil right here. And we just kind of did the same right here. Now I have got, these are all that I started from seed tomatoes, and I really got to get them moved and out of here. But I was trying to show y'all one with the lettuce leaf, but evidently these don't have it, but they're going to be really pretty. It's called a culinary blend basil. And then these are here as a placeholder. Once I start, because I've started a lot of plants inside from seed, my peppers, y'all see the tomatoes over there. And then I'm going to start the cucumber. Oh, I started some cucumbers, and I started some squash. The squash are going to be in ground, but I had some, I think it's Space Master cucumbers, where it doesn't take up a lot of space. And so we're going to start like just replacing and putting right here. These are just like placeholders so that the bed doesn't look really empty. More cat masuna, and I'm trying out this lavender right here, and then just some petunias right here. This is what I wanted to show y'all. This is my first calendula bloom of the season. And again, what I do with it, y'all, is I use this and make calendula salve for my daughter. And so I'll come out early in the morning after the dew has dried, and I'll pick that. And then the other ones that I just showed you in the herb garden, they'll start to, bloom and take form. So we'll pick that and dehydrate it. And then I just made some new container. This is the Calibracoa. So I just made some new containers. We got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 going all the way down. We got some people cutting trees, so that's why if you see like stuff all over the place, is because I had to move some things inside the gate so that when they cut the trees, nothing will be in the way. That's why you see like those shelves over here just kind of pulled in so it is not in anybody's way. And then I just did this, finished off this bed. I started it, but I finished it off yesterday, and I'm excited for y'all to come see it with me. This is like Rudbeckia, Salvia, some alyssum, some daylilies, and then that's the other phlox that was in there. And then I'm just excited to see everything come together. Now, over the next few days, let me tell you what's on my task list. Oh, let me show you the hydrangeas coming. These were here as well, as you can tell, well established. And I was supposed to feed these, but they are blocking this door. I don't know about this right here. I might have to cut this back because I'm like, look, sometimes lizards and frogs and stuff can get up in here. And I'm like, it's certain games I don't play. And that's to have like certain reptiles and animals just popping off and surprising me like that. But last year, they were really pretty. These were like a purple color. So I don't know what we're going to do about this. I was supposed to feed it, but it's two of them. I don't know. It's two of them. Chris, Edward Scissorhands went, I forgot what this tree was. I think it said, I had pulled it up on my app and I forgot what it said, but he cut it down. And then it's another one right here. But look at this right here. This is just me. I could be wrong, but when the leaves start purpling like that, this is telling me this is a phosphorus deficiency. This is why I want to come in and take the slow release fertilizer and at least feed the plant. That's what, when I see purple leaves, it's telling me phosphorus deficiency. Could be, couldn't be, might be how the plant is, but I don't know. We'll treat it though. We'll treat it and we'll see what it gets. And so again, just wanted to show y'all, the new area is doing really good. I'm expecting to get some white roses here soon. I've been repotting some of my citrus and my pomegranates that I just showed you, but these two are white roses right here, and then light pink roses, dark, not red, but maybe like a dark pink, a hot pink rose. And then we got some perennials right here, and then some daylilies. So I need to come in and clean. But this is what I wanted to show y'all right here. I done pulled this mint up at least 3 times. You're going to have to just keep pulling it and keep pulling it and keep pulling it. Now, I've dried a lot of it, but here's the thing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, have y'all ever heard of like the simmer pots? So mint is kind of rejuvenating, reviving. So what I'll do is I have a pot. I'm going to put some water in there and just let it simmer. Just have a mint scent throughout we're going to use it, but I've dried and dehydrated so much mint. I use a little bit in my tea, but not like the whole, and I can tell I'm getting to it, but it's going to take a while because all of this just mint, the old owners have. That's why I always tell you, do not plant mint in the ground. Put it in a pot. Put it in a pot. So it just keeps coming up. I've dried so much. I've dried enough, believe me. So now what I'm going to do is just start making like little simmer pots with it. And then again, we just have some plants over here that I moved out the way. But this is our elderberry. I got these from Costco. I think one is a John and one is an Adam. And then this is a Chicago fig. And these are the bushel and berry plants. All of the ones that we got between Tractor Supply and Sam's Club. So they're doing great. They are. We got blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. They're bred for containers. We'll see. We'll see where they go. No, I just got excited when I saw it. So hello everyone. I thank you for your time. I just wanted to come do a quick garden walkthrough. We got some things on the agenda for this weekend. I'll definitely keep you posted. We should have some videos coming out really soon. And again, I'll do like an official garden tour, but I just wanted to show you some of the things that I've been working on and some of the things that we have been doing in the garden to get everything ready for the summer. I'm super excited to be harvesting tomatoes, bell peppers, and lots of other goodies in the garden. I've really enjoyed the fall garden that we had. Look, y'all, these have been going to seed forever. But like I told someone, I'm not going to harvest these because these are like a hybrid. This is a hybrid collard. And normally if I harvest a heirloom collard. Not that you can't save the seeds, but the thing is when it's a hybrid, it may not be the same as what you grew the prior year. If you need to save seeds, you just need to save them. But they're getting nice and they're bulking up. But I'm actually going to pull these because Normally when I dry seeds like this, I have time and I let them dry on the plant. I let these turn brown and crisp, and then I'll harvest them. But we're going to pull these because I knew that these were a hybrid. I forgot which type. I actually bought these as plant starts, because we had just moved here last year and I just wanted to get something in the ground. But I do have some seeds that are like heirloom seeds that we will be planting like towards the end of the summer into fall. So I'm going to pull these right here. This is a squash. I don't know if I want to put a zucchini or a cucumber or a tomato right here, because one thing I say, I did start way more squash and zucchini seeds because I wasn't sure. Some of the seeds are older, but they're germinating great. But here's the thing, zucchini and squash goes a long way. Now, we like to eat it, but I'm telling you, once it starts producing, it produces a lot, but it doesn't freeze well. So you have to constantly be eating and give it away. You probably could dehydrate it, but I'm just like, one of each, I think, will be no more than two plants a piece will be good enough for Chris and I. And then, like, if we want to give some away to family, because I know I'm going to have to, make him eat some squash. And, like, I'm going to have to saute it up and do something special to it because it's not a vegetable that he just goes to, if you know what I mean. But sometimes I'll take some onions and mushrooms and some different spices like oregano and thyme and saute it up, and he'll eat it that way. So I'm just trying to figure out, this is more celery right here, so I think we're gonna dehydrate that. I want to make that into a powder, and we can dehydrate this as well, too, over here. It's a lot of celery, and a little celery goes a long way. And these were just, I think, y'all, these were just 6 plants right here of the celery. But like I told someone, oftentimes they don't, when they sell celery in the store, they don't put like the leaves and stuff on there unless you go to the farmer's market. So it looks like a lot, and it probably is, but we're going to dehydrate the leaves as well. So I'm going to get off here because it's getting dark. Again, I'll put out like a garden tour video coming soon. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Be safe, and we will talk again soon.